A hotel in Bengaluru has been shut down for racial discrimination. A Japanese-only hotel which allegedly did not entertain Indians and other foreign nationals in its restaurant has been closed down by the Greater Bangalore City Corporation on charges of racial discrimination. The News9 hotel was set up 2 years ago in central Bengaluru by a local entrepreneur in association with the Nippon Infrastructure Company. It shot to limelight after it allegedly stopped Indians, British and Africans from entering the rooftop restaurant. The 30-room hotel and the restaurant were meant exclusively for Japanese tourists and businessmen visiting the city. Last week, a few Bengalurians who decided to try out the Japanese restaurant at the hotel were shocked when they were reportedly informed that they were unwelcome there. This shocked the locals, who duly brought the matter to the notice of the GBCC. Recently, the GBCC officials visited the hotel and detected various violations by the management. Consequently, the GBCC locked 10 out of the 30 rooms of the hotel and issued a notice to comply with the local laws. But the hotel management contended that Indians and other foreign nationals were welcome at their restaurant. The GBCC is not authorized to initiate any action against the hotel management for its alleged racial discrimination, and only the law enforcement agencies were entitled to initiate action against this hotel. Well, in fact, a hotel in the city has been shut down for racial discrimination. A Japanese-only hotel which allegedly did not entertain Indians and other foreign nationals in its restaurant has been closed down by the Greater Bangalore City Corporation on charges of racial discrimination. The News9 hotel was set up 2 years ago in central Bengaluru by a local entrepreneur in association with the Nippon Infrastructure Company. It shot to limelight after it allegedly stopped Indians, British and Africans from entering the rooftop restaurant. The 30-room hotel and the restaurant were meant exclusively for Japanese tourists and businessmen visiting the city. Last week, a few Bengalurians who decided to try out the Japanese restaurant at the hotel were shocked when they were reportedly informed they were not welcome over there. This shocked the locals, who duly brought the matter to the notice of the GBCC. Recently, the GBCC officials visited the hotel and detected various violations. Consequently, the GBCC locked 10 of the 30 rooms of the hotel and issued a notice to the hotel to comply with the local laws. But the hotel management contended that Indians and other foreign nationals were always welcome at their restaurant. The GBCC is not authorized to initiate any action against the hotel management for its alleged racial discrimination, and only the law enforcement agencies were entitled to initiate action against the hotel. Now, power is extremely intoxicating, and the newly elected Telangana Rashtriya Samiti, or the TRS, is realizing it all too well. It used deception, apparently, to appoint its own man as the Speaker of the First Legislative Council of the country's 29th state.
The Legislative Council of Telangana assembled on Wednesday for the very first time, and there was high drama in store. The TRS, which swept to power in the 29th state, has only 3 MLCs in the upper house, but opposition parties are crying foul as they were unable to have a say in the selection of the Speaker of the Council. The TRS MLCs came in with a game plan. Instead of voice vote or voting by show of hands, the selection of the Speaker was done using secret ballot, a move which angered both the TDP and Congress council members.
కొత్తగా మరి బ్యాలెట్ విధానం తీసుకొచ్చారు. అంటే ప్రజాస్వామ్యంలో మొట్టమొదటి ప్రజాప్రతినిధుల మీద మరి గౌరవం మీకు లేదా, నమ్మకం లేదా, ఎవరోటే ఎటు వస్తారో మీకు తెలియదా, భయపట్టినరా అధికార పక్షం, కాబట్టి ఇవన్నీ కూడా ప్రక్రియ బాగలేదని చెప్పేసి.
The move was clearly planned in advance, as the TRS, which has only 3 legislators in the 40-member council, managed to get the approval from 5 Congress, 3 TDP and 2 independent legislators. It was not just the TDP, but even Congress expressed its displeasure. The Congress withdrew its nominee, Farooq, for the Speaker's post.
ఇవాళ జరుగుతున్న పరిణామం నేనే నిలబడి మాట్లాడుతూనే ఉంటే అక్కడ ఓటింగ్ స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయింది. దీన్ని బట్టి చూస్తుంటే ప్రజాస్వామ్యం ఏంది, ఏ రకంగా జరుగుతున్నది, ఏ రకంగా బుల్డోజర్ జరుగుతున్నది అనేది చాలా క్లియర్ గా తెలుస్తా ఉన్నది.
In the end, TRS had its way and got its candidate Swami Gaur as the Speaker of the upper house, even as the Congress and TDP legislators walked out. Rahmat Kanchgar for News 9, Hyderabad.
Now, prospective Gujarat grooms are searching for brides right here in Mangalore. The Women and Children Welfare Committee has raised an alarm on such marriages. So what do they have to say about this? Take a look.
These are the comments of a newlywed who was opposed to her marriage. Yashwanti from Mangalore was married off to a Gujarati groom, Jagdish. She is just one of many such girls from Mangalore who have been married off to Gujarati men. There are about 20 such instances. Most of the weddings were fixed by a single broker, Savita. All the weddings were arranged in Jappinamogeru Adimaye temple on the outskirts of Mangalore. The temple head says that no problem has been reported from the marriages.
ಒಂದು 40-45 ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿದೆ 45 ಜೋಡಿಗೆ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಜರಾತಿಗೆ ಒಂದು 10-20 ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಇಷ್ಟರಿಗೆ ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ.
Yashwanti's marriage, however, saw complications. The Women and Children's Welfare Committee, suspecting a case of human trafficking, tried to stop the wedding. The bride's parents too were initially reluctant to the marriage, but were convinced after making the groom sign an agreement in the police station. The head priest of the temple has allayed all fears on these marriages. The Women and Children's Welfare Committee, though, suspects human trafficking. Is this a needless cry of alarm, or is there more than meets the eye? Rajesh Puttur, News9, Mangalore.
Well, he's the typical gangster who has been rewarded with love after committing 3 murders. So who is this lucky creature? Do take a look.
The tiger who gave sleepless nights to the people in Chikbergi village is now seen all relaxed and calm with his lady love by his side. We are talking about Shiva the tiger, who was trapped by forest officials while he escaped from the forest and entered the Chikbergi village. After killing 3 people in the village, the forest officials trapped him and brought him to the Mysore Zoo. Shiva, who was brought to the zoo, had wounds on his leg and a thorn stuck in his throat, which made his stay in zoo uncomfortable initially. But after proper care by the caretaker, Shiva's wounds have healed. Apart from getting royal treatment in the zoo, the officials have also found him a partner named Amrita. Both Shiva and Amrita are kept in the cage that is adjacent to each other. The zoo officials hope that these two will extend the present tiger population in the zoo. The people who visit the zoo are thrilled to see Shiva, but he tries to stay aloof from the crowd as he is still adjusting to the new world.
ಅವನಿಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾಚಿಕೆ ಇದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಜನರ ಕಂಡ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೂರದಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸಹಜವಾಗಿ ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆರೋಗ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಸುಧಾರಣೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಂದಿನಿಂದ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರು ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಆದರೆ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರು ಬಂದು ನಿರಾಶೆ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಅವನು ಸ್ವಭಾವತಃ ಕಾಡಿನಿಂದ ಬಂದಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದರಿಂದ ಆ ಒಂದು ಜನರ ಹೆದರಿಕೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಜನರಿಗೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಜನರಿಂದ ದೂರ ಇರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತಾನೆ, ತಂಪಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರದೇಶ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಜನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ವೀಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅದರಿಂದ ದೂರವಾಗೇ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ.
Even though Shiva has got his lady love in the zoo, he is still finding it difficult to adjust in the confines of the zoo.
ಗುಹೆ ಒಳಗಿರೋದು ಮತ್ತು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೊಂಚಾಕಿ ಇದು ಬೇಟೆಯಾಡೋ ರೀತಿ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈಗಲೂ ಅದು ಗುಹೆಯ ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತದೆ.
Shiva, who weighed 120 kgs before coming to the zoo, now weighs 200 kg. Zoo authorities are making sure to provide him with all the royal treatment so that he can adjust to the new world. Ram for News9, Mysore.
Well, in a heart-wrenching story, a baby elephant was targeted by villagers after its herd destroyed crops. But finally, humanity prevailed and the calf was rescued.
A 2-month-old baby elephant lies injured and traumatized on a classroom floor in Laikipia, Kenya. The calf was targeted by villagers after a member of its herd killed a local woman. The elephant responsible was shot by Kenya Wildlife Service, triggering a stampede which left the baby stranded. The calf was attacked with spears and stones before finding its way into a school grounds. Luckily, a warden from the Nyabunga Conservancy stepped in to calm the situation and quickly contacted the David Sheldrick Wildlife Trust to rescue the injured baby. Dispatched from their base in Nairobi, the rescue team soon arrived on the scene, with tensions still running high. The distressed calf was flown back to the David Sheldrick Wildlife Trust Nursery in Nairobi. Treated with antiseptic green clay by keepers, she was named Mbegu, the Swahili name for seed. Nursed back to health and integrating with other orphans, Mbegu now has a second chance.
Well, Vishal Sikka has officially become the highest paid IT CEO. Infosys will pay big money, that is about 30 crore, as it tasks Vishal Sikka to take the reins of the chief executive. This will make the Indian-born US citizen the highest paid professional CEO. Running not just domestic information technology firms, but companies across sectors. Now, Sikka was earning $5.7 million US, including salary and other benefits, at his earlier company SAP, the German software company. Historically, CEOs at Infosys have got pittance during its 33-year history because the job has always gone to founders whose shareholding in the firm compensated for their relatively low salary compared with other industry peers.
In London and in Mumbai, and thereafter we narrowed down further discussions on Vishal Sikka as a leader from the external slate, then benchmarked the leader.
In fact, Vishal Sikka has now officially become the highest paid IT CEO. Infosys will pay big money, that is about 30 crore rupees, as it tasks Vishal Sikka to take the reins of the chief executive.
At the same time, we said that to put an appropriate structure in place, we needed a process was an internal slate driven and an external slate driven process. The internal slate was evaluated using external inputs, and indeed our own observations and our own interaction with the team at Infosys.
In fact, this will make the Indian-born US citizen the highest paid professional CEO, running not just domestic information technology firms, but companies across sectors. Sikka was earning $5.75 million US, including salary and other benefits, at his earlier company SAP, the German software multinational. Now, historically, CEOs at Infosys have got pittance during its 33-year history because the job has always gone to founders whose shareholding in the firm compensated for their relatively low salary compared with other industry CEOs.
Further discussions on Vishal Sikka as a leader from the external slate, then benchmark the leaders from the external slate.